What if I listen to on the internet about you having a daughter that's a build-a-whore?
Hey, what's up? What's going on, everybody? You have now tuned in to my Basketball Wives recap. Guys, make sure you subscribe, share this video wherever you like to share videos, and let me see who gets a shout out from last week. That GD girl was like blowjob. Oops. I mean, Bonnie Jill is really sneaking. That's why she's kissing up to the SWV. I had to see because I had my phone on the charge. I was like, what does that say? SWV. I hear you, girl. So now let's go ahead and get into it. So Evelyn, she's super pissed because last week Jackie kind of came in like a thunderstorm or like a freaking whirlwind, made her presence known, and just kind of twirled on out of there. And this week, Tammy, she invites Shaunie as well as all of the other ladies to go to New York for an event for her daughter Jazz. And Shaunie's going. She's excited about it. Evelyn's super excited about it because she's from New York. She's from here in the Bronx. So she gets the opportunity to go ahead and kind of see her mother. So who she said is like her best friend. Tammy, she meets with Jackie, and Jackie tells her that she feels some type of way about the whole Bonnie Jill situation, and that she really doesn't want to make up with Evelyn. I feel like Tammy, she's good at like playing both sides, because I kind of feel like, yeah, she could be real, but I also, well, I mean, all right, let me see what I want to say. I feel like she's good at playing both sides, and I feel like she's good at being friends to two people. But then I feel like she kind of pretends to be neutral with Jackie, pretends to be really close to her and stuff like that. But I feel like she doesn't reciprocate it to the full extent. Meaning that with Jackie, she'll listen to what Jackie says. She'll give her feedback. She'll be all like laughing, and she'll just be like, you know, and kind of just be an air for Jackie. But then I feel, but when Jackie says something about Evelyn or Shaunie or something like that, she doesn't really say too much. She just kind of be like, well, hot diggity dog, you know, and she just kind of takes it in. But I feel like when she's talking to Evelyn and Shaunie, you could tell that those are her real friends, because she's more so, yes, she'll laugh, she'll giggle, but she'll give them feedback. But she'll also talk about Jackie and how crazy Jackie is, but she doesn't really do the whole I'm going to talk negative about Shaunie and Evelyn when she's talking to Jackie. See, I hope that kind of explains the way I kind of feel about her when she's talking to certain people. So anyways, so Tammy, I felt like she kind of made it worse because Jackie actually didn't hear everything that Evelyn had said as she was doing her grand exit, but Tammy kind of brought up the fact that she said, oh, go take care of your grandkids. And that kind of made her even more upset, like kind of like throwing some freaking fuel onto the fire and kind of just making it go a little bit higher, you know, just kind of explode. Shaunie and Evelyn, they get on the 6 train, honey. They was headed to, oh yeah, but before that, it was crazy because Jackie says, well, you know, why would she put the kids into it? And I don't say anything about what I hear on the internet about her daughter being a build-a-whore. And Tammy was just like, what's a build-a-whore? Like, what? And then she was like, you know, wow. Like, she took it a little bit too far. And if that was my daughter, you know, I would have had to been still removing my foot out of her mouth right now. Because, I mean, that is like kind of going a little bit far, you know? She could have said something like, make sure your daughter grows up to be a better person, or, you know, you didn't really do a good job being a mother, something like that, if you really wanted to stab at the whole children situation. But you like, damn, like you like really put her daughter out there now. Like now that's how a lot of people, that's like an image that you put on the girl. I mean, whether it's true or not, now everybody knows it, you know? I mean, I don't know. I don't read up on anything about Shanice, so I don't really know anything about her or if she has a bad reputation. And to be honest, I don't really care that much because she's not that popping to me. I mean, but yeah, that's messed up for her to put it out there for people like me who didn't know anything about it. So now Shaunie and Evelyn, like I was saying, they go on the 6 train. And I was seeing all these familiar spots. I remember when I used to ride my bike over there. I remember, like, the 6 train was my line. Like, that's because I used to live in that area. And the 6 was how I used to get to school. The 6 train, that was how I would get to church. Because my church is actually right over there where they got off by that beauty supply store. I've been to that same pizza shop before. It's actually pretty good pizza there. Yeah, I mean, it was just like watching somewhere that you're so familiar with. And it just looks so weird to see it on TV. They just seem so out of place because, you know, they're walking around. They have these cameras. And, yeah, it's just, like, weird. Like, even the girl that was there was like, why y'all on the train? Like, ain't y'all supposed to be in the black, big Escalade-looking or Cadillac-looking cars? You know, you ain't supposed to be on a train. But they wanted to get the experience. But Shaunie was saying that she was disappointed because she didn't get to see the people dancing and doing all those fun stuff. But that's because y'all uptown, the Bronx, like a lot of times they don't be there. You have to be on like, you could be on the 6 train or the 2 or the 5 train, but you have to be further down in Manhattan because they know that's where the big bucks is. People in the Bronx is cheap. Like, you ain't gonna really be getting money like that unless they've been on the train that whole entire time. But you ain't really going to see them all the way uptown. You got to go to Manhattan to be able to get the good shows. You go to Times Square, you'll see them in the actual, like, train station. Or you go to Grand Central, you'll see them actually in the train station. But if you want that good performance on the train, you need to be further downtown. Anyways, so yeah, and then Evelyn showed her how she eats her pizza, and they kind of compared the way they eat. I'm just like a super weirdo. I mean, I don't really eat pizza anymore because I don't really eat gluten or wheat or anything like that. But when I used to eat it back in the days, I mean, I would turn it the other way just because I didn't really like the crust. So I would always eat the crust first. And like that layer that goes towards the crust, I would eat all of that stuff off first. Otherwise, I wouldn't eat it. And then, but my Aunt Liz used to get mad at me. So I used to have to make sure I eat it because they're like, oh, you wasting the pizza. That's the best part. That ain't the best part. That's the nastiest part. That thing is nothing but dough. But anyways, I used to eat that part first. Then I'd flip it over. And then I'd go ahead and eat the good stuff. But that was just me. They used to always say you're supposed to eat it folded. No, because that makes me eat it faster. I want to savor it. I want to eat it nice and slow. Get it all in. I don't want to like be squeezing it and then you got to take off the oil or dab it. Like, it's mad work with pizza. If you want, there's a method to this stuff, y'all. All right, so now all the ladies, including Sanaya, they all meet up at like this little place for drinks. These girls, I feel like these shows, if these ladies didn't drink so much, like these shows make them drink so much, you know? And I'm like, dang, like why do y'all have to drink every time y'all see each other? Like, and it's like every reality show, this is what they do. They drink, they meet up, they drink. Like, you cannot be an alcoholic and be on these types of shows. I feel like the only person that I've known that doesn't really drink or doesn't drink according to what they say is Candy. Like, she goes to these events and I guess she just drinks water or maybe lemon water or something like that. But yeah, like all these girls, early morning, the freaking sun just come up and what they doing, they drinking mimosas. Oh, we drinking that orange juice, but we gotta have a little liquor in there. Like, dang. Anyways, so yeah, Shaunie, she was like, if Jackie, she asked a good question to Tammy. She was like, if Jackie didn't hear Evelyn say the whole thing about the grandkids, what is she so mad about? And she was like, Tammy was like, she's mad because she was like security. But no, she's also mad because Tammy told her what Evelyn said. So that gave her a little bit more to be upset about. So now they all come in and right away, as soon as Jackie gets there, maybe like a few minutes later, because, you know, they probably could have edited some of it out, Jackie just kind of calls Evelyn out, and Evelyn tells her, you know, just straight up, let this be the first and the last time that you call me a bitch in front of my daughter. And then, this part was funny, y'all. I'm just kind of reliving it in my head. This fool Jackie, she goes and says, "Let this be the first and last time that you disrespect me in front of myself." I was like, I had like the emoji, like, you know, that's my favorite emoji, y'all, because I stay doing faces like that. I was like, how does the hell does that make sense? Let that be the first and last time that you disrespect me in front of myself. Like, that's what? Oh my gosh. So then, you know, they kind of was like, everybody kind of looked like, wait, what? And then they was going, you know, a little bit back and forth or whatever. And then I think she mentioned the whole thing about the grandkids again. Or that I forgot what happened because I didn't really write it down. And this happened last night. I'm like doing this the next day. But I remember that Jackie, she ends up mentioning, I don't say the things on the internet about your daughter, Shaunie's being a build-a-whore. And I was just like, you're really trying it, boo. You really trying it. You just took you took something and you just kind of jab her with it real quick. That's what you did. You just joke her. You went like this. You really wanted to get at her. And you knew that this was one of the best ways to get at her. And you did it. And she was livid. She was upset. She just kind of looked like, what? And then she had to like kind of walk away to just kind of get some fresh air. She was crying. That's how you know when somebody's like tight to the point where they just want to smash stuff. Like she literally took her fist and was like smashing the menu thing that's outside. I'm just like, and then she ends up like, she was just so livid at that point that she ends up like she was just outside. Shaunie went to go kind of see how everything was going with her and just kind of make sure she was okay. They left their pocketbooks inside and Jackie ends up coming outside and Jackie just kind of starts patronizing her and smiling like a little wolf in sheep's clothing. And she was like that she got to apologize to me or something along those lines. And she ends up, because Jackie was talking so much crap, she just couldn't hold it anymore. And she just kind of exploded, went after her. And it looked like she kind of fell on the floor. And then security was there kind of pulling them apart. And Evelyn is just like at the point of like no return right now. She was just in the car like, yo, I'm about to wait outside for her. I'm about to have the gulliest bees. This is my city. Like, first of all, just because you're from New York doesn't mean this is your city. Like, let's not get it twisted. Like, you're not J-Lo. You don't run the city. You've been all over the place. You don't even live here anymore. Don't do it. Everybody, when they're from somewhere, they think that that's their city. Like, no. Are you in Parkchester right now? I'm pretty sure y'all was probably in Manhattan. Like, what, you're going to call people from the Bronx to come down to Manhattan? I mean, you could, but come on. And then you gonna get what? Get them put in jail? Even Jackie knows better. She was like, I ain't trying to go to no New York jail. Like, I know what they do here when they thought that she was about to throw a drink on Evelyn or do something crazy. So then Jackie starts getting hyped when she saw that this chick was trying to come at her like from the back. She just kind of took off running. Like the security guard was holding her. She went around them, ran into the freaking traffic like a freaking idiot. You hear nothing but the cars honking their horns. I was like, yo, this chick is bugged out. I was like, I didn't think Jackie was that crazy, but she be doing the most. But I feel like she does stuff to like, you know, put on a show, but I feel like she don't really want it, you know? I mean, I could totally be wrong, and we've kind of seen her like, you know, she's kind of proven me wrong at one point where I said that she was just doing this to Bonnie Jill because she knew that Bonnie Jill was weak, but she wouldn't talk like that or come at these other girls like that. But she definitely proved me wrong when she went at Evelyn crazy. I think that Jackie knows how to put on a show. Jackie, she knows how to get the ratings up, and she gonna do whatever it takes, even if it means sacrificing herself in order to get the ratings up and keep herself on the show. That's just how it is with her. And yeah, that was crazy. So it looks like they're gonna have another like run-in coming up soon from the commercials that it look like, but I'm not really too sure. But yeah, let me know what y'all thought about this crazy episode down below. I was dying, y'all. They both talking about they want to have the other person's room. Like, now y'all ODing. If you want to settle something, just settle it. You know what I mean? If y'all want to fight so badly. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I will see you in the next one.